that next target, not to mention DWAC, Digital World Acquisition Corporation, a company of a blank check special purpose acquisition. And here we are off this primary downtrend line, secondary downtrend line here off the April reactionary highs with multiple reactionary highs to help validate that. And for an entire week here, we had just been continuously been rejected there. And I'd mentioned my previous video on a snap of this 2974 coinciding with the 236 fibs retracement on the 4-hour interval would be an objective short trade entry, dollar cost average. Get the hell out of your longs here. And we hit my first target here, 2660 price support here for a complete 10.3% crash there. Especially for an entire week of back testing and being rejected here. I call it a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, an entire week of just complete rejection. Also offering an objective short trade entry with more juice, therefore call it a close to a 13% crash there. And we are completely testing, retested and back tested right off the top of the July gap there, coinciding with the 2660 price support there. So we've effectively now taken out this 50-day moving average, and I would only suspect a little bit more downside to come, especially if we take out this top of the gap 2660 price support. That will be met with a further wave of selling on a complete backfill of the gap to the 2452 price support. And if that doesn't hold, that's where you want to see bull traders, dip buyers all step in here at the bottom of the gap for a counter trend rally. If a breakout above that primary downtrend line, that's where they need to step in. If they do not step in, then I suspect a bigger, larger move down to that 2198 price support, coinciding with the previous lows of June there. And if that gets taken out, that is going to be faced with a big wave of selling, in my opinion. Forced margins calls, forced liquidations, whole bunch of stops, algorithm stops to go off, and it will be met with a strong wave of selling. We'll zoom in here on the 4-hour interval, each candle representing 4 hours now. We have this primary hidden downtrend line here, coinciding with this upper divergent high, primary divergent high, put in a secondary divergent high with negative and or bearish divergences really constructed on all 4 indicators. And we snapped the 236 fibs retracement that I had been preaching and harping along my previous video that you'll see at the end of the video here on the bottom of the screen. And to the button here, especially if you're an active and or day trader, you could have taken this quick, nice little scalp here, and that was good for a 3.8% bounce there. To the button, to the T. That's exactly where it was reacted, where we had that erection. And here we go again, the top of the gap there. We have a MACD and oscillator both starting to come down, break down below both their zero lines on a crossover. And you're going to want to see bull traders, dip buyers try to defend this level at all costs, especially the bottom of that 2452 price support. That is where all eyes will be met again. I will not preach how big this key level is right here. That's where you want to see bull traders, dip buyers step in, set some stops below, and try to gain a bounce and a breakout above this primary downtrend line if it happens. If not, again, we're going to see a big moment of time and a big inflection point time for that 0 fibs retracement, bottom of the gap, overshoot of the gap. So we'll see what happens. I'll keep you updated if I see any more significance in the chart. Beautiful looking head and shoulder, classic looking top. If we have that left shoulder, we have the head, which exceeds the previous shoulder there off its high, and we never got it back here. Put in a lower right hand shoulder, have the neckline split here off that 236 fibs retracement, had a slight back test of that 236 fibs retracement, offered an objective short trade entry, and we never looked back there. So all eyes will be there on Monday, and again, that's what you want to see on a classic head and shoulder top is a undercut of these previous lows, met with a strong wave of selling there, and that will confirm this classic head and shoulder top.